Hey guys, it's good to see you again. First of all, thank you guys for being so patient while I'm still figuring out what to do with my channel. Obviously, it's a little bit harder to do videos when you're not just writing and hosting it. You suddenly have to do all the things. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me, trying to figure all that out. But in the meantime, I thought, why not start my video blog again? Because I miss this. I miss this communication and engaging you guys and asking questions and having questions asked. So I like it. I'm bringing it back. That's it. So what I'm talking about today is how to play the academic game, and I think this is relevant because school just started, if I'm not incorrect. And I mean, the way that things are right now, it's so competitive. A lot of kids just go home and they do their homework and they're trying to get the best grades possible and they're taking a million AP classes. So I thought maybe a video like this could help. I just found my little AP scorecard and turns out I took 11 AP tests in high school, which I think is a lot, and it was a lot of work, and in the end I had to find ways to do work more efficiently. I didn't cheat, and this isn't gonna be how to cheat, it's just how to get things done easier and faster. So, there. It's not cheating. So tip number one is collaborate. And what I mean by collaborate is find a community of people that you trust, that you can talk to about things if you don't understand things. And also a community of people where you can divide up the work. So I'm not talking about essay writing or short answers, because that would be plagiarism and you will get caught unless you're smart and you switch out a couple of things. I can talk about that later. But anyway, what I'm talking about are questions with only one right answer. So if it's like, when was the first radio broadcast? You send somebody else to go look for that answer in the textbook while you go look for who was like the 23rd president, and you go look for that. And in that way, you are dividing up the amount of time that you're looking through the textbook, and you come back and you're like, oh, it was Mr. I don't know the 23rd president. This person's like, it's 1914. So you did that faster. That's just being resourceful. That's just finding answers faster. It's not cheating if you're gonna find the same answer anyway. Right? So tip number two is befriend the smartest kid in class, or the second smartest, because the first one's kind of a dick sometimes. So this kind of goes along with collaborate, but this is essentially your defense against bad teachers, right? Because even if you have a horrible teacher that can't explain anything for whatever reason, we've all had them, there's always going to be one kid that psychically gets the right answer and knows what's happening all the time. Be friends with that kid, because even though the teacher can't explain it to you in a way that makes sense to you, that kid might be able to. Three is know your teacher, and this is just business smarts. Teachers come in all shapes and sizes, and oh, my camera's dying. Teachers come in all shapes and sizes. Some don't care, some are too passionate, some are hard asses. It's important to know what type of teacher you have so you can respond to them appropriately. Essentially, what can you get away with? If your teacher doesn't give a shit and is more like a babysitter than a teacher, you want to just kind of focus on doing things in the textbook and talking with your friends and figuring it out on your own, because you can't change the teacher. It doesn't work that way. So that class becomes like a homework class, where y'all figure it out on your own. Woohoo! If you have a super passionate / hard ass of a teacher, you are an angel in the class. You understand? You do everything they want you to do. You are just there to understand and to learn, and then outside of class you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But it's really important that you build your image really well in the classroom, so if you fuck up later, you can just be like, oh, I didn't know, and they'll believe you because you're the angel. I think about it, this stuff is like kind of manipulative, but it works, so. Tip number four, the least favorite of most people, is to be active in the classroom. What this basically means is pay attention in class. If not to the teacher, then to something. Get your work done there, because, like, what else are you gonna do? You're gonna sleep in a super inhuman position and try and... No, I'm sorry, like, just... This is what takes your brain. You gotta put the effort in now, otherwise you're at home spending an hour trying to figure something out. You could have just figured out by listening to the teacher / your friend who's better than the teacher. So just learn while you're there. Number five is why I think of it as an academic game. It is pick and choose. So if in your math class, homework is only worth 10% of your total grade, and every single day you're doing a homework assignment contributing to just that 10%, then maybe that's the first thing you cut when you're trying to make more time to do your Spanish project, because it's just what economically makes sense. Now, I'm not saying if you don't understand the concepts that you don't do your homework, because then you screw up the test part that's like worth 70%, and then you're screwed all over again. I'm saying just the homework thing, if you already get it, if you know you get it, you don't, then live your life. The biggest part of the academic game is knowing how many points everything is worth and how many you need to win a good grade. So my overall message basically is that there are more important things in high school than homework. I think a lot of kids just go home now to work on their homework because they want to get into a good college, and it's so competitive now, they gotta be perfect. They have to have 104% in the class. No, you don't. You really, really don't. Maybe good grades are important. I don't know. I tend to think the more important thing is becoming a whole human being, becoming a rounded human being that has good friends and good memories and good times and good lessons. So go out there and live life and use these tips to get through school, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, I hope you liked that video. If you want to see more, click the thumbnail. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see me watching the best Disney scene of all time, so says Tumblr, click the fancy moose. Go ahead, click on him. You wearing a top hat. What are you doing, moose? You don't wear top hats. You're a moose.